Lynn Brown, 1st of April, and I want to show you my new reining saddle. Saddle with a little more bling, a little more style, and a lot of great features. It can be used for anything. It's unusual in the seat in that it gives you a good centered spot, flat spot in the seat that balances you with very little need for balance shims, and it balances the small rider, it balances the large rider. So you can go from a quite petite rider to a really good sized rider in this 16 tree. And there are a lot of unique features on it. This is a elephant grained seat. It's cowhide. It's not real elephant. This particular one, I put a German silver, fully engraved, hand engraved horn in, which I have a few more of these horns. That's a little extra. The tooling on this saddle is, I would say, tasteful and not overdone. You can judge that for yourself. Some of the unique features on the saddle. It is 27 inches from right here to right here, the longest points. It's a little shorter up in the loin area right here. And it has a reasonably low fork. The seat is not a build up on top of the tree seat. It is the tree. There's 3/8 of an inch of neoprene foam under this seat leather, which gives your seat bones something soft to ride on. And it has a nice narrow waist, as you can see. Drops off nicely. I put this here so you can use a flank billet, flank cinch if you want, but the rigging is one that you really don't have to use a flank cinch. We have a lot of bit of basic flare in this tree bar, but as you can see, we don't have wither pinch. And it is a very universally fitting tree, although it's made to work for the horse. It's made to work with the horse when he's moving, along with the protector pad that you get with it. The shields on the protector pad keep the shoulders from being impinged upon by the saddle tree bars. So that's something I include with every saddle. Back to this unique saddle. The rigging is one that starts right here. The rear housing is coming underneath everything. It's running right to the back of the D. Then you've got the front section of leather going up to the tree. So it's a very strong rigging. It's very close contact. And there is a reason for this wide shape right here. And it is to protect under the stirrup strap area so that you don't have rubbing getting into the horse, and you've got a smooth transition over this ring. This ring is just low enough to get the bump of a latigo out of your way. And buckle up, folks. You can't tighten up unless you buckle up. You can't tie a cinch knot and really get a saddle tight like you should. So that's some of the basics here. On the upper side, one thing I'll say about this tree, notice how it flattens out for the loin area. I'm going to show you the tree in just a moment. It has a lot of twist to the bar. Twist in the bar is what straightens the saddle for the horse. It gives the narrow seat for the rider, so on and so forth. That means it flattens in the rear for the loin. It gets steep in the front so that it does not pinch the withers. That straightens as well. So let's look at the underside of this saddle. Oh, one thing before we go there. Quite free swinging stirrup straps. Another feature, look where that stirrup strap is hanging from. Right here. Legs under that won't quit. That's what lets the small rider use it. You put a long-legged rider in here, yes, it will move forward and let them get in a more comfortable leg position. These stirrups are my new Millennium cam stirrups, and they have a keeper here, they have a keeper here. that holds the leather on the stirrup strap, whether it's just a strap or the end of the fender like it is on this one. The cam is inside here. You won't be able to see it real well, but it tilts forward. The cam tilts forward with this. That means while you're riding, you're going to be a little bit of weight in the stirrups, your heel's down. A lot of weight all of a sudden, like a sliding stop, it kicks the stirrup like this. The stirrup strap pulls the cam in line. So when the strap pulls the cam in line, the stirrup goes out. Your foot and leg goes out immediately. As to the amount of pressure you put in the stirrup, you stay in the seat. Spins, sliding stops, spooks and shies, these are fantastic. You can hook it up without the twist in the Blevins and the strap with a regular stirrup strap hobble and use it that way, but the hobble has to be used up high. You use it like this, you're 90 degrees out all the time. Everything's totally smooth. There is nothing biting in anywhere here. It's good. And these have been around. I patented this in 1991. Okay. We got leg position. We've got automatic leg position for sliding stops and spooks and shies. Let's look at the underside. And by the way, this is a stirrup strap. This is a D-ring here for a crupper, but this saddle weighs 29 pounds. Not bad at all for a 16-inch saddle. I leave the open channel underneath. What you can't see here, I'll show you on the tree, but what you can see here is the rigging, how it widens out very well right here. And that's to provide that extra protection from stirrup strap. Now, there's no loops on this saddle. These straps are going over the bar of the tree. I'll show you how I do it with the tree next. There's a good groove on the underside of this tree. Now, this is my Vaquero Wade tree, and this is a setup tree. That means we take the mold for the ground seat off of this. We have another setup tree for this one because it has just a little different shape of the ground seat going up into the fork. But bars are the same, cantle's the same. Right here, the slot and a full groove underneath for the stirrup strap. Something I did when I patterned this tree, and you'll see pictures of me working on it on Facebook. And that is, I took the top of the bar and shaped it down here. Whereas if you wrap a stirrup strap over a tree bar and the tree bar is going up, your stirrups are always kicking out. Here, your stirrup straps are even or possibly a little to the rear, but mostly dropping down, straight down, well under you, unlike any saddle you go out and buy. I can do this with my loops and the trapezoid loop, but to go over the bar of a tree, to set the stirrup strap way back, I can't set it that far back with my loops. You'd have too much of a bump under your thigh. Here you have no bump. And as well, you have no bump underneath for the horse. That's the key. These bars have a lot of twist, as I said. That means they flatten in the rear very well. They're a reasonably steep angle in front with a little bit of flare. The little narrower gullet, not too wide, about a 6.5, is all you need because your contact, primary contact, is right down here. That means you don't pinch up here. If you put an angle on this and laid these bars out like that, you'd be pinching like all get out right here. So this is the new Reiner. It's 2022 and it's good. I'll put it on Facebook. I'll put it in the store next. Thank you very much. Lynn Brown.